Okay, today we are going to make a very easy dinner recipe. It's called Tater Tot Casserole. Takes very few ingredients, but it is delicious. Alright, we're going to take our bag of tater tots and I've spread them into a cookie sheet, but I've also put underneath the tater tots is aluminum foil. That way when the tater tots are done, I can just take them off and throw away the aluminum foil, and cleaning up is way easier. So I'll be putting those in the oven and cooking them at 450 for about 30 minutes. Okay, while the tater tots are in the oven cooking, I am putting my hamburger. This is about a pound, maybe a little bit more than a pound of ground beef in a frying pan, and I'm just going to cook this up until it's nice and brown. I'm also going to add my salt and pepper and an onion in this. The onion, I'll probably wait till this cooks a little bit more and then I'll add my onion. Alright, now that my hamburger is just about done, I've added the salt and pepper. A teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper is what I added. Here is the onion. I'm going to stir that together and let it continue cooking until the hamburger is no longer pink. Alright, so my hamburger is completely cooked. Now I'm going to add 2 cans of cream mushroom soup. So I have a can of Campbell's. And I have a can of Kroger brand. And I'm also going to add a can of milk. I'm just going to take one of these cans here and I'm going to fill it up with my milk. About there, and I'm just going to pour it in with this. And then I'm going to stir it until it's all well blended. Alright, now that I got this well blended, I have a small can of mushrooms that I'm also going to add to this. You can use fresh mushrooms or you can use canned mushrooms, or you don't have to put any mushrooms in at all, just your preference. There we go. Now I'm going to let this simmer on the stove for about 5 minutes, and then I'm just going to turn it off and wait for the tater tots to be done. Once the tater tots are done, then we will put it in a casserole dish and I will show you how that is done. Okay, so I pulled my tater tots out and I'm going to flip them around because I want to make sure they're nice and golden brown on all sides of them. And I'm also going to salt them at this point because I want to make sure we get a little bit of salt on them. And then I'm going to pop them back in the oven for a little bit longer. Alright, so I'm going to now take the hamburger and mushroom mix and I'm going to scrape it into our casserole dish. This is a heavy pan. Alright. Now I'm going to spread it around evenly in our casserole dish. Get that all nice and in there. I ended up cooking my tater tots a little bit longer. I said 30 minutes, but I ended up doing it for probably ended up total of 45 minutes cooking the tater tots. You want the tater tots to be well done because once you put them on top the mushroom and the soup mix, you don't want your hash browns to get soggy. So cooking them really well will help you keep them crispy. Alright, so I got all the tater tots here. Now I like to use the Mexican style blend. It gives you a little bit of everything. So I am just going to spread that all over. And then I'm going to put this back in the oven for about 10 minutes. I want my cheese to be nice and melted and maybe even slightly golden brown. We'll have to see. And again, I'm just eyeing the cheese. Depends on how much cheese you like. You can make it super cheesy or just add a tiny bit of cheese. Or if you have someone in the family who doesn't want cheese, you can put cheese on half and leave the other half left undone. So I'm going to put this in the oven for another 10 minutes and I'll show you the final product. Alright, here is the finished product. We got some on a plate here. Got it nice and cheesy, delicious. This is a great dinner, just a few ingredients, and everyone is going to love it. Have a great day.